Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US stocks for the 3rd of July, and it's Friday, so we cover General Electric, Nike and Atlassian, the Australian company. Now also too, just to let you know that I think I've got a better idea what I want to do with the US stocks, and I think that I won't be covering a lot of these stocks that I have been doing. I really want to move into the stocks that are, well, new technology, innovation stocks, bio, geno, AI, and so on. So, the stocks that really are the future. So I think they're the ones that have got the growth in them. So they're the ones that we're going to cover. So I need to get organized for that. But just to let you know, and let you know that a lot of these stocks will fade from this particular point onwards. So the changeover will be incremental, but I'll update you more on the change. With Nike here, what we can see here, we're at the major trading level 100 here, and we have a corrective move here. Now, this market can drop from here on this retest here for this, but if, however, it'll move up here, it's going to react anyway at some point. It may even pop a little bit higher first. But what we want to see here before we even look at a long trade is we want to see the first high above the level, and we want to see maybe the second high, and then we can go long from that point. Otherwise, it appears that we've got an impulse wave here. So in that instance here, we know that the US stocks have got, indices have got another little move up. So I think we'll be seeing something like this here, and then we'll see an ABC sort of pattern here, and then I want to see if it climbs back on top of the 100. We want it as support here. I know that we've tried to get into this before, but and haven't succeeded, but we're going to try again with this once it finds support on this level here. We may not be covering this stock again, but if you're interested in this stock, you can also use trade check. That means you can just contact me and I'll check what you're doing, but you want it definitely sitting on that particular level there, and your target to the upside would be the $10 there, the $110. So next stock is General Electric. We'll take a look at that, and this one here will probably go as well. So there's possible low in play here, and also a possible long trade for this as well. This little move up here is impulsive, and there may be, you're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it should be there. So we should see a move up here, then some sort of little corrective move here, and then a move up from that point. And then you can, once that gets triggered, you can put your stop under the last low there for that. And the target would be for this market to continue climbing at this particular point. If it gets triggered, we'll keep an eye on it for you. And as I mentioned, you can also use trade check as well. So the next one is the Australian company, Atlassian. So in this here, I was looking at this here. It's been a bit of a headache, this particular correction. But I think it's played out now as a triangle pattern, as an A and a B and a C and a D and an E, because each one of these moves here is in 3 waves. Okay, so that's the best fit for this. It would be nice if the market reached up to the 200. But looking at stocks so far, looking at indices so far, we know that we've got 1 and 2, and we've been looking at this as the 3rd and 4th wave up here, and then a 5th wave up here. So it may not reach this level here. There are trades that in this particular market here, we look to go short here. That didn't pan out, and then we've turned long here on these highs. And as I just mentioned, that most of the stocks that we've been looking at have wave 1 and 2 and 3, and doing a wave 4 here in some way or another, and then we'll push up for wave 5. So probably 195. So once this once this gets support on 190 here, because it's still resistance on 190, then we'll be looking for one more move up from that point. I mean, it will want to get to 200, obviously, this psychological finishing line and so on. But it didn't reach it over here, and this will cause also, more resistance at this level here as well. So this is going to play around in that space there for a while. I want to leave the stop out of the way here for the time being, but once it breaks new highs and it's got 90 as support, or this top here as support, then you can bring the stop up further up under this low here, and then follow it up through here under each wave structure that moves up through here. So definitely look to, we may get there, but perhaps at the 195, look for a percentage to take off the table at that point. Right, okay, well, look, it's just going to be short and sweet today. I'm don't want to do a lot of work on a lot of these stocks. I mean, this particular stock will probably keep because it's an Australian stock, and I'm Australian, but it's also in technology as well. So it's one of these things that can, all the new world stocks, you pretty much know what they are, but I will start listing them, and we'll start getting in them, and I want to run some portfolios on them, and I want to sort of head in that particular direction, that not so much we'll trade certain stocks, but a lot of them are also going to be longer term portfolio stocks as well. I really want to pick out the ones that have got potential, growth, and they're disruptors as such as well. So, alrighty, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.